Hey everybody, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about some of my best blind buys of 2021. I've made quite a few blind buys this past year. For me, it kind of comes along with this hobby. It's a lot of fun for me to blind buy fragrances. You know, I try not to spend too much with blind buying. A lot of these were on sale, but again, as I said, this just for me is a lot of fun, and that's the whole point of this entire hobby, is to have fun with it. So I don't really encourage people to blind buy stuff, and I try not to tell people not to blind buy either, because I do it myself and I don't want to be kind of a hypocrite about it. But basically, you know, each to their own, whether they like blind buys or not. But as I said, for me, it's a lot of fun. So I have some fragrances here, 7 in total. I'm going to leave my top 3 favorite blind buys to the very end of this video. And let's just start with this list. The first one here is a fragrance from the House of Mugler, or Mugler. This one is Angel Iced Star. So before I talk about this, I want to say that the Alien Goddess Flanker was for me a complete disappointment. But this one here, Iced Star Flanker of Angel, was a major success for me. In here, there are some notes of pineapple and coconut. However, on my skin, for me, it's mostly pineapple, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's very tropical, cocktail, sitting at the beach, sipping some drinks. Oh my gosh, it's such a nice, fun, fruity scent, very sweet. And if I want to have like my pina colada thing, then I would just layer this with a coconut perfume, namely Laura Mercier Almond Coconut Milk. That's the one I've been layering this one with. And together they come into this gorgeous pina colada scent, which is so nice, especially in the hot weather. It's just so like mouth-watering, sweet, delicious, and it just, you know, makes me crave travel vacations, especially like sitting at the beach kind of thing. And it's like plus 30 or 35. Fantastic scent. It's just so easy to wear, and not too heavy, not too much of that patchouli like there is in the original Angel, but it's just so good. So that's Angel Iced Star. The next scent here that was a successful blind buy for me is from the House of Clean Reserve. This one is called Solar Bloom, and in this one there are some notes of coconut. There's some white florals in here, I think jasmine, orange blossom. There's patchouli in here as well, some vetiver, and the most interesting note of them in this one is coal. So for me, yeah, this smells quite unusual. It smells very nichey, very unique. For me, it's mostly like a burnt coconut scent, like an earthy coconut, which is so fantastic. I have layered it with this one to get like a burnt pina colada scent, which is very interesting. But on its own, it's phenomenal, you guys. Such a unique, different take on a coconut perfume, with that coal note and then other earthy notes like patchouli and vetiver. It's just fantastic. I love it, you guys. I love this one so much. Well, I love all of these, obviously. But yeah, this was a success. Solar Bloom from the House of Clean Reserve. Unique coconut with a twist. Okay, let's move on to the next blind buy. This is one that is quite new to my collection, and I've been talking a lot about this house lately on my channel. We have Elizabeth and James Nirvana. This one is called Rose. Actually, I have loved all of the blind buys that I've made from this house, but today I'll talk about Rose. Rose is one that really surprised me, you guys. It's the one that I tested first out of all the blind buys that I've made from this house. And this is such a fantastic rose scent. This one smells very expensive, and this one was only $24.99 at Winners in Canada. on discount, but it's, to me, a rose scent that gives off this dark, sexy, mysterious, gothic vibe. The rose in here is so juicy and full and rich. It is a scent that lasts so well. Performance is A+ on this one. And for $25, I'm just amazed. Really, I am amazed at this rose scent and how big and bold and daring it is. And that's why it's one of my favorites. So yeah, that's Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose. It's one of my biggest surprises of the year. Actually, this whole collection was very surprising for me. All right, so let's move on to the next fragrance here. This one was a blind buy I picked up at TK Maxx. It is a niche scent from the house of Saint Barth Fragrance, and it's called Oonalao, and I'm probably saying that wrong. It's an EDT. This one I picked up because there was a note written on the box. They had the box and it had some notes listed on it, and one of them was a note that I don't think I've ever seen in any other fragrance, and it's soursop, the fruit soursop. Now, if you look on the notes on Fragrantica, you don't see the note of soursop on it, but it did list it on the box, so I'm not sure if they have the right perfume pyramid, but basically this to me smells like soursop, and basically it's a scent that reminds me of a dessert that I used to eat that my mom used to buy at the Asian grocery store. This frozen soursop dessert, which was phenomenal. I haven't had it in a very long time, since I was young, but when I smell this, I'm definitely taken back to that time, eating that yummy, sweet, sour kind of, I don't even know how to explain soursop, but it's kind of sweet, sour, bitter-ish, has this nice like mushy texture to it. Yeah, and I think there's like some sugar, like white sugar in here. It is a unique fruity scent. That's why I enjoy this one so much, and a note that isn't very popular as far as I know when it comes to perfume. So yeah, I really enjoy this one. It's a great light fruity scent, especially for the summer, spring. It's not too heavy, but yeah, an underrated gem for sure. Saint Barth Fragrance, Oonalao. Now, let's move on to my top 3 favorite blind buys of the year. In number 3 spot, we have a fragrance that is actually from the same house as this one, Saint Barth Fragrance. This one is called Fleur de Cane à Sucre. So this one again is a fragrance that I picked also up at the TK Maxx. And this one has some notes of sugar, pineapple, and caramel. It's not really pineapple-y to me, but for me, it just reminds me of like simple, sugary, sweet scent. Caramel, maybe a little bit, you guys, but the reason why this is one that was one of my favorites is because every time I've worn this scent, my husband comments on it. And I wear fragrance every single day, you know, multiple fragrances a day, and I hear nothing from him. And so when he goes out of his way to actually comment on a fragrance that I'm wearing, saying that he loves it, then it kind of just sticks in my mind. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So yeah, Fleur de Cane à Sucre. I think it means, well, flower, sugar cane flower. I'm guessing. Fleur de Cane à Sucre, eau de toilette. It's just a nice, simple, sweet, vanilla-ish scent that is just kind of transparent. It's just so pleasant to wear. Such an easy scent. It's not too much of anything. It's not too sweet, not too fruity, not cloying. It's just a nice, soft, sweet scent that I really, really enjoy wearing, especially when it's hot out. It's perfect for summer and spring. And again, one of my husband's absolute favorites, which says a lot. Now, in the number 2 spot, my second favorite blind buy of the year. This one was one that I recently unboxed on my channel, and it's from the house of Joe Loves, and it's called Mango Thai Lime. And this one was a recommendation from my friend Andreas from Servas Vibes. Thank you so much for recommending this, because I absolutely think that this is one of my favorite citrus scents now. It opens up very citrusy with a sharp, tart, tangy lime. But then you also get this nice sweetness, kind of like an unripe mango. But then if you were to sprinkle some like ripe mango juice on top of this unripe mango sliced up, that's what I get in here. It's very much an uplifting scent. It makes me happy when I wear this. I actually sprayed my bed with this the other day and I just felt so uplifted and happy automatically, you guys. And I love when fragrances do that, when they uplift your mood. And this is definitely one that does that for me. That really sharpness of this fragrance is what does it for me. And reminds me of a mango Thai salad, which I adore. I don't have it often, but when I go for Thai food, I sometimes have their mango salad and it's amazing. And that reminds me of this one, along with that nice lime that just makes it even more bright and refreshing. So yeah, that's Joe Loves Mango Thai Lime. And finally, my number 1 favorite blind buy of the year. This one is from the house of Ella K, a house that I don't hear too much about. It's called Bazer de Florence. Here it is. Gorgeous bottle. It's very heavy. And so for me, when fragrances bottles are heavy, it feels more luxurious to me when I wear them. That's just, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. But Ella K, Bazer de Florence, or Bazer. I think Bazer means kiss, so Florence kiss. This is an incense fragrance, and I have been very much into incense perfumes this past year. Some notes in this one are myrrh, olibanum, heliotrope, iris, musk. There's some vanilla in here that also adds a beautiful sweetness to it. But yeah, this is just a very elegant and soft incense perfume. It makes me feel so fancy. That's why I love this one so much. It makes me feel fancy and elegant and put together. It kind of just, you know, when I spray it on, I just feel, it makes me feel very, I don't know, responsible and bougie. And seriously, I love the soft, feathery, pillow-like, fluffy incense in here. And that little bit of sweetness and a little bit of powderiness in here is just perfect. And yeah, I would recommend this to test for sure if you're into incense perfumes, because there's just something very special about this one. For me, it's a mood changer and makes me feel good. So that's why I love this one so much. Ella K, Bazer de Florence. My favorite blind buy of the year. So that was my list of blind buys that were successes. I would love to hear what you guys think about these fragrances, and maybe also you can let me know in the comments which are your favorite blind buys of the year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.